beyond the world of appearances and fetishes. Look not towards what you see, but what is beyond. Without conspiracy thinking, the metaphysics of power. There is a well-known saying that whatever is your idea, stance, ideology, direction, vector in political, religious, societal, magical, occult business, you are always working for someone apart from yourself. You are always aligned with some group or figments of their ideology, of the whole worldview. That means that if you're not in the position of power, of status, of networking and effective executive, you are always used by someone who is in power, who can utilize, harvest your ideas, your political stances, and your religious output. Now, this is when it comes to the real politic of the world. But what if it is even deeper? That there are powers, forces, metaphysical ontologies standing behind the threads of various currents of Earth that silently let people do what they do. This is conspirational thinking, perhaps. But when it comes to the rectification of certain ideas in minds, hearts, and souls of people, there is no one single power or entity controlling all of it. There are multiple sources, multiple currents, and multiple powers influencing each other in compatible, adverse ways. In ways completely at odds with each other or complementary. And the battlefield is Earth. When it comes to the human spectacle, the battlefields are the human hearts, minds, and souls. Now, the occult vantage point is to align with those currents and forces and powers that further, agreeably, intelligibly, your own vision. If you have a vision as a magician, as an occultist, as an individual that is autonomous, self-governing, autocraton. Now, if you align yourself with those powers, they will vindicate you. In other words, they will lift you up. In your mind, in your soul, in your heart, not necessarily in the status, on the worldly stage. That's a completely different thing. And why do I utter these things? Not to make you paranoid, but to see beyond, to see in the world of synchronicities and causation that is not directly observable at the surface, performative level of human politics, society, and religion. You may say, but who is it? What are those powers? And here we are going into metaphysics of ontologies. And then we are going into agents, currents, agendas of those particular powers that may be unseen, but they develop themselves through what mortals do on the human scene of affairs. Now you may say that the politics as it is now and economy is a complete mess. That's why I never, ever posit the existence of some conspiration or deep governments and all that, because the surface of it is already a mess. And that needs to be fixed first, not going into all the depth things. And even if we have some conspirations arising, disappearing, competing with each other, there's a metaphysical aspect to it that is no less messier than that. And as a person aligning myself with more, let's say, Platonizing Pythagoras, Neoplatonic objectivities of objective, impassionate forces that give impressions but do not receive them from mortals, you pitch to them, I prefer this hermetic worldview. I do not disregard all these sacred chaos, the chaos of these complex adaptive systems, chaos theories and all that. But the point is that first you point towards realpolitik with a critical thinking apparatus, with enough knowledge to discern. And then and only then, with the occult support, with the support of Scientia Magica, learned magic, you go further to see what may be done with your vision to implement it, how you may influence certain things, being just a single agent amongst countless others to the better. But what is the better? It is what you decide, or something that is recognized as the rectitude of the wisdom and virtues that walked in the past. And henceforth you become an agent of these ideas, deified qualities that you find important, that you would like to see in the mortal race. Let's say the avatar of those deified qualities. And hence, I end my speech. I have a very important call to make, and it is precisely in this moment. Thank you.